If you take anything away from this video, I want it to be this because it is one of the most valuable pieces of advice that I have come to realize in the past couple of years.
Middle finger to the dudes back in high school, 'cause you peaked at 18. Cool.
So I know it's been like a quarter of a year since I last uploaded, and that is literally the saddest sentence I've ever said in my life. This channel just got remonetized, so I'm gonna start uploading again, okay? I'm gonna try to upload at least once a week. Hopefully that's not too much to ask of myself. Anyway, so I know that like all the high school kids are graduating right now. I think school just barely got out. I've been graduated for 4 years. I graduated in 2015, which is weird. That feels so long ago. And look at my life now. It's glamorous and I'm rich and happy and life is just great. I wish. I just wanted to make this video talking about 6 things that I wish I knew before I graduated high school, and hopefully they will help you. If you're watching this, maybe you're in high school or you just graduated and you don't know what the next steps are to your life, I'm here to help you, okay? I will help you succeed and become the next Dr. Phil, okay? I was always that kid in high school that hated high school. I always hated the children, I hated my teachers, they hated me, I hated homework. I had no time to do anything. I had like 0 friends, like I was that. I was just ready to get the fuck out of high school, okay? The number one thing that I wish I knew before I graduated was that you do not have to have your life together. You don't have to have your life planned out. You don't have to know where you're gonna go to school. You don't have to know what career path you're gonna take. Yes, it is great if you're passionate about certain things and you want to pursue those things through school or whatever, but that is definitely not the case for everyone. For example, me. So I graduated in May, and then a couple months later, I moved to a different city. I had roommates and I started going to school because that's what I thought I had to do. That just really wasn't the right choice for me. I'm kind of glad I went to school just to like realize like, yeah, this. I had 2 classes. I had art history. I also had a math 990 class. That's like pre-algebra. It was really easy. However, I never went to school. I never wanted to go. I didn't buy a parking pass because I was a broke, so I had to park at Hobby Lobby up the fucking hill and walk 15 minutes to the school. Also, there were like kids from high school at college that I knew, and it was the worst thing. I was like, I'm supposed to be getting away from these. Like, why are they still here in my life? I dropped out. I was like, sorry dad, you wasted your money and I wasted my time. So I started working full time. I was working at a soda shop, which was literally the best job in the entire world. I would go back in a heartbeat if it paid me enough money. 4 years later, and I still don't know what the hell I'm doing. I've like come to realize my passions, and I'm like working towards these things in my free time, and it's definitely paying off. But I definitely didn't come out of high school being like, oh, I want to become a nurse, because that's what everybody wants, is to be a nurse, a dentist, a hairstylist. Okay, so I guess that was actually my first 2, because my first one was you don't have to have your life planned out. Second was college isn't for everyone. The third thing is to not hang on to high school, and your social life will change drastically. Everybody in high school, like the last day of school, you're trying to find everybody, trying to get their numbers, trying to like hang on to these precious friendships. And guess what? You will literally hang out with like 2 people from high school. I have literally like 2 or 3 friends from high school that I still talk to. But if you look in my yearbook, I had millions of friends. Don't hang on to high school. Don't go to a high school reunion. What the is wrong with people who go to high school reunions? I swear to God, I will never go to one. You couldn't pay me to go to a high school reunion, okay? You will hear older people, like parents or like uncles or whatever, they're always like, oh, high school were the best years of your lives. And that's literally just not even close to the truth. My life got 100 times better after I graduated high school. I gotta leave my mentally abusive family and do my own, you know, do the things that I wanted to do. I worked. You didn't have to go to school. School is torture for someone like me. Working and making money is so much more fulfilling. Also, your social life changes so much. Some of you who do go to college, you will have a really fun college experience, especially if you're like an extrovert and you don't have a problem meeting people. I, on the other hand, hate myself. And I'm super introverted, and I enjoy just staying in my apartment on the weekends, chilling with my dogs. Like, it's my favorite thing to do ever. Some people have like the ideal like college experience, and like a ton of parties and a ton of drinking and like smoking weed and going crazy on the weekends, all right? And that's great. Like, what's the point? What's the point of partying? Can somebody please tell me? It's not even fun. It's not even, I went to so many college parties, it's not even cool. school. The fourth thing I have is to find hobbies, okay, and learn to be alone. I think these are really important things. You will not be constantly surrounded by people once you graduate. I spend a lot of time alone and I hated it at first because when I was in high school I was constantly like trying to hang out with my friends and like have them there to like comfort me, but I think it's really important just to learn to be by yourself, take care of your own and enjoy being alone. Finding hobbies. I do photography. I was able to make a little bit of money from that on the side, which helped me a lot. I got into like lifting. I would go to the gym every day. That was very like fulfilling for me and it's something that I still love. And video games. People say video games are trash, but I love them and I think they're a super nice way to just like unwind and relax. So I think those are just important things that you should find. Whatever you like to do it. The next thing is moving out isn't as scary as it seems. So if you are someone like me who literally learned how to take care of themselves when they were like 10 years old, it'll be like no problem. I remember like being scared to move out because I've seen a lot of other people struggle. Like my sister, she had a roommate in college who needed help with everything. Like she had everything handed to her whole life. She didn't even know how to use a can opener. So if you're just not like that, like you'll literally be fine. Don't even worry about it. Yes, paying for rent sucks, but you have a whole month to collect and earn money from different things. If you live with like roommates, you can find a place that's pretty cheap and like it's really not that big of a deal. And you can also like plan out like buying groceries and like there's coupons, you can get free food, okay? It's not as terrible as you think. If you take anything away from this video, I want it to be this because it is one of the most valuable pieces of advice that I have come to realize in the past couple of years, which is money isn't everything. Young adults have this thing in their mind where they just want all the money in the world and they think that money will bring you happiness. You just have to suffer through school to like get this money. But guess what? Money doesn't buy happiness. You know what buys me happiness? Hanging out with people that I love. The simple things. My dogs make me happy as literally just the simple things make me happy. But don't take that the wrong way. It's not wrong. It's not bad to have a job that pays you a ton of money. That's awesome. People think that just buying more things, buying nicer things is gonna make you happy because they see celebrities. They idolize people who have all this insane and they want that too. But guess what? Those people, a lot of them aren't happy. Like, do you know how many celebrities and have depression and like suicidal thoughts? A lot of them do. So that's just proof money doesn't bring happiness. I think it is very important to chase the things that you are passionate about. I've had to learn that within the last few years. I was almost gonna force myself to like become a nurse. That was literally like one of my plans. I was like, I need to become a nurse because I heard my uncles like telling me that like I should do it because it's like there's like high demand for it or something like that. I don't even know. Those weren't the things that I was passionate about. If you're not doing things that you're passionate about, you will not find happiness. And like that is just a recipe for life. Would you rather be miserable and rich or poor and happy? Think about that. Like what does rich mean? If you like hate your job so much, but you have a shit ton of money, what is the money doing for you? Literally nothing. And yes, financial like freedom or like being financially stable is definitely a huge stress reliever, but you can also find like super cheap places to live, jobs that might pay less, but you're way happier in. And I think that fucking like the recipe for life right there. I'm not kidding. That's just like so important. And like you will realize that as life goes on. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. Work towards your passions. Don't be scared. Graduating isn't even that bad. You'll literally figure it out as you go. Go through the things in your head that you enjoy doing. If it's gaming, become a Fortnite streamer. If you like sewing, become a seamstress. If you like to ride bikes, maybe work at a bike shop. Maybe become a bike maker. I don't know what they're called. Anyway, I'll see you on the next one.